Hey everybody, 50 plus here. It's been a little bit, I know, but we're gonna have a little Q&A. I'm gonna answer some of you guys' questions. Tubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. Today is going to be a short one. It's definitely going to be a short one because I turned the truck off so you guys could hear me. In the last video, I left the truck running because it was so hot. And I realized one of you guys let me know that it was a little bit difficult for me to hear, and the problem is the background rumble of the engine affects the volume of the video. So I'll sit here and suffer through some heat while I respond a little bit to some of your questions. But before I do that, tomorrow I'm going to Joplin to make a delivery. So while I'm there, I'm going to go to Joplin Tarp Co, and I'm going to spend a little money. So what I would like for you guys to do is, if you have any questions about tarps, put those questions down at the bottom, and then I'll ask him while I'm there, and he'll answer those tarp questions in a video that I'll make while I'm there. Okay. First off, Big Red Chronicles. He had commented on the video that I made about how I felt about this, with the police and all the crap that we're going through right now. And I say right now because we aren't going through this right now. It's always happened. It's always been there, and we've always had that as a very serious problem. So I use that term loosely, but he commented on it, and I bring that up because I'm going to do a live. I'm going to make a point to do it. And I've been putting it off, but I'm going to make a point to do that live next Saturday when I get home. Saturday or Sunday, one of those 2 days, but we'll do a live. And I know a lot of you commented on there, but all I did was put a like and a thumbs up or whatever to your comment, but I hadn't really commented on those. And that's because I want to do those comments live, and then I'll have the phone and you guys can call in if you object to my responses. Okay, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope. It might be a little nasty, but we're going to figure that one out. There's two sides to that coin. Ruben, he says, just got my CDL last week. Thanks to you, I achieved my goal. And Ruben, I'm excited for you, and I'm very, very glad that if I had any influence on helping you reach your goal, that makes me happy is what I do this for. If I do this channel for 30 years, it'll be a rookie channel from the start to the finish, and that's because a lot of guys, newbies, or people who have been thinking about going into this industry, do the same thing I did, and that was go to YouTube and search for content. The problem is you get a lot of foul content that is trucking related, and it's because it's the people who make trucking videos, for the most part, in this industry period, for the most part, the drivers are very negative. I find it odd that people can hate on trucking so much, but then get in the truck and drive it every day. I mean, if you hate it that much, if it's that bad, why don't you just get out of it and do something different, to make yourself happy? I don't get it. But you do get a lot of misinformation, half-truths, and, one-sided replies and one-sided comments in trucking. And I try my best to, give you my truths at least, and try to give it to you in a positive way. But don't get it wrong. You've reached your goal because you put forth that effort. And you set out to reach your goal. You made a plan to get there, and you made it happen, okay? And so you deserve all the credit for your success. And this is a very, very good career. And, find your niche and stick with it. Get with a company that you'll enjoy working with, and go get that experience, man. If you decide you want to come and do some flatbed, of course, I'll have a link down at the bottom. Get you some information about it. You already got your CDL now, so come on, make something happen. And this is a really good company, and they've done everything that they said they was going to do for me, and the money's good. And flatbed is where you go if you want to get to the creme de la creme, the upper echelon of driving. Flatbed is where to go, because it's the open deck guys that make the really, really big money, because you get you pull bigger stuff, heavier stuff, and those things pay very, very well. Okay, I'm not trying to talk you into it, because flatbed ain't for everybody. That may not be your goal, but if you're thinking about it, use that link down below and get you some information on it. Okay. Of course, there was something stupid there. Will Lynn, I like your channel. I'm another 66 plus driver. Just come back into it in the industry after 12 years. And I bring this one up because, and I'll let that one be the last one so I can make this video short. But I've had a few guys that I don't know if they feel a little anxiety or a little hesitation about getting into trucking or coming back into trucking because, they're, 50 plus years old. I started this channel. I named this channel and myself 50 plus because when I got started in this industry, I was 50 plus years old. And it's worked well for me. And it will for you. It doesn't matter if you're 50 plus, 60 plus, it doesn't matter. My mentor is 70 plus, okay? He has mentor drivers that are seasoned as well. And, it doesn't matter, as long as you can pass that DOT physical, and this is something that you want to do, come out and do it. That being said, if there's anything any of you want to do, don't let obstacles stop you from doing it. Life is about solving problems, and every day you're going to have a problem to solve. Solve it and move on. If you allow those obstacles to prevent you from doing anything that you want to do, it's going to make it a lot easier for the next obstacle to stop you from doing what's next. So, I welcome those challenges every day. They come, there's two sides, okay? There's the left side and the right side. On the left side is where the problem resides. You are the UBist. We live on the right side, and on the right side is where the solution is. Acknowledge the problem is there, but don't live on the left. You live on the right, okay? You reside on the side where the solution is, and then focus on the solution, not the problem. After you've already decided what you're going to do to solve that issue, then don't worry about the problem. Just worry about implementing the solution, okay? If you're worried about being seasoned in getting involved in anything, then you need to make sure that that is something that you can physically do, that you can actually handle. And if you can't actually handle it, then what the hell has your age got to do with it? Just go do it. Go achieve. Go knock it out. Get her done. Okay? So, if you guys have any questions about tarps or, anything that the tarp guy can answer for you, put those questions down below and I'll ask him and we'll get you some answers. I like him. I like their tarps. And you may not decide to get tarps from Joplin, but you may have questions about the use of tarps, the difference between a steel tarp and a lumber tarp. And I'll try to remember to ask him that question, and then he can explain those differences to you, and the differences in the materials and that sort of stuff. I like mine, and the difference between the tarps assigned to us by the company and the ones that I got from Joplin. The difference is night and day, and they're made by the same person. And it's the weight of those tarps that makes the biggest difference. There was a guy, he was a million miler, and he and I was both at a lumber. Yeah, it was a lumber shipper. He had something different than I did. His had was like crated in or covered in like cardboard, and then it was like shrink wrap, right? And mine was lumber that was roof decking, and it had some like paper covering it, and it was weather resistant paper that covered it. But in the notes, it said that they had to be tarped, but the company said that the loads did not have to be tarped. I chose to go ahead and tarp mine because even driving up the road, the wind, even though the coverings that was on them was resistant from the weather, and they were outside too. So, but driving down the road, the wind will tear those coverings up, and then eventually they wouldn't be covered. So, plus we're getting paid to do it anyway, so I went ahead and put my tarp on it. But the one I got from Joplin, I only needed one tarp, and it covered the whole thing. So the guy says, "Man, that's a nice tarp. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Where'd you get it?" And I said, "Well, it's the same company that makes our tarps." So he was a Melton guy, and he says, "Man, I gotta get one of those." And this guy's a million miles. He'd been riding for a while, but he'd never thought about buying his own tarps, I guess, But it is so much easier. I mean, these tarps are so much lighter and easier to work with. Knowing that you have to tarp a load doesn't discourage you, because you're working with some stuff that's pretty easy to work with. So just wanted to throw that one out there. Put your comments down below, put your questions down below so I can talk to them about it when we get there. Until then, deliver undistracted. I appreciate you guys, and here's your boop. Boop.